Hi everyone, it's Teacher Kerry. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. It's springtime, of course, and tomorrow is May Day. And I think some of you might be doing bugs and butterflies, maybe bees, working on those kinds of things this week or in the coming weeks. So I have a quick little project that I thought would be fun for you to do. I'm going to have it sitting right up here. It's a flower and a butterfly. Move it right there. Maybe. We'll see if it'll stay there. Anyway, what I used to make the flower and the butterfly was cupcake liners. So I have a lot of cupcake liners at my house. I am a baker. I do lots of baking. And so these are something I always have in my house. Now, if you don't have a cupcake liner, you can use construction paper. You can use any kind of paper. You can draw with markers or crayons. If you have paints at home, you could even do painting. But for this particular one that I'm going to do, I'm going to use a cupcake liner. So the first thing that I did, I'm going to pick a different color cupcake liner, is I'm going to take my cupcake liner and I'm going to fold it in half. It makes kind of a little crinkly noise. And then what I'm going to do is there's kind of this half circle section right here. I'm going to cut that part out. So you just take your scissors and cut that out. And you might want to save it because you could use it for something later. Now I have my cupcake liner that looks like this. Next, what I'm going to do is on the ends, I want to just I'm going to cut them apart and make them two separate pieces. So you can just snip the ends, just like that. And then I kind of rounded mine. So if you want to, you can draw a line, a curved line on yours, on the end, if you'd like. And just curve it, or you can just eyeball it. You don't really have to draw a line if you don't want to, or you can do any kind of shape you'd like. So I just trimmed it, just the ends, just like that. Pretty simple. And I'm going to take my piece of paper. I'm going to use blue this time. And lay my cupcake liners down. When I glue my cupcake liners down, it's going to be glued down like this. So now that I have my body, or my wings for my butterfly glued down, I'm going to make the body of my butterfly. So to make my body, you can use whatever color paper you want. You can draw it if you want. You can use white paper and color, any color, whatever you would like to do. So I'm going to do white. So the first thing I did was I drew a circle. I drew it kind of big. And then I drew an oval underneath. This might actually be too big, but can you see what that looks like? So a circle on top and then an oval right underneath it. And when you cut it out, you're going to cut them out together. Now if you cut them out separate, you're just going to have two separate parts. You're going to have a circle and an oval. But if you cut it out together, you'll have one piece. It's okay if you cut them apart and you have two pieces. That's totally fine. We can make that work. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this down. On top of my butterfly. Now let's say you cut your circle and your oval apart. Okay, so now I have two separate pieces. It's still fine. It'll still work. You can still make a butterfly body. Just make sure you put the circle where the head goes, and then you can do the rest of the body and glue it down, just like that. All right? It will work both ways. So next what I did was I made a flower. Again, I used a cupcake liner for my flower. I'm going to go ahead and use yellow, but this will work with all kinds of different cupcake liners. I have a bunch of different ones here. I have cupcakes on them. I have something from Christmas. Whatever you have in your cabinet, and if you don't have one, you can just use a round piece of paper. So you'd want to draw a circle first and cut it out. If you're using a regular piece of paper. If you're using a cupcake liner, you're just going to flatten it out, and then you're just going to do little snips on the edge. Make sure you don't do them too close together because you don't want to cut the petals off. These are going to be the petals to our flower. So all the way around, snip, snip, snip. Just like if you're doing, have many of you done snip soup? That's always a popular one around here. We like to do snip soup. But this one, you're not going to snip it all the way off. You're just going to do tiny little snips. And there you have your flower. Now you're going to glue that part down. This could also be used, since I have yellow. Oh, this could be a sun, if you wanted to make a sun. All right. So now I've got my butterfly and part of my flower. So what else does a flower need? Well, flowers need a stem. So I took a green piece of paper and I'm just going to cut a straight line, or as straight as it can be. And it doesn't actually have to be straight because not a lot of flowers stand straight all the time. So, and then we're just going to glue that down at the bottom of our flower. Here we have it, and I'm going to glue it down. All right. What else do flowers need? What do you think? Leaves? So you can make some leaves. Again, you can draw ovals if you want to, which is an easy way to make flowers or flower leaves. Draw a couple ovals. You could even go outside and see if you can find some leaves on the ground. You don't want to pick the leaves off the bushes or the trees, but if you find some on the ground, that would work too. Or you can just draw ovals, or again, you can use your markers and your crayons and draw them yourself. So I'm going to cut out my ovals. We're getting our cutting practice in today, working those little fine motor muscles. So here are my leaves. And I'm just going to glue them down next to my flower. Like that. Okay. Now, like I said, you could save that centerpiece that came out of your butterfly cupcake liner, and you can even glue that down to the middle, in the middle of your flower. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is the piece that came out of the cupcake liner that I cut at the very beginning. It's the little circle piece. So I'm going to put some glue on that and put it right in the center. There's our little flower and our butterfly. Now I put grass on the bottom of mine. You can do the same. So again, you can take a piece of paper, you can cut it as big as you want it, or you can make it as long as the paper that you have, however you would like to do it. I'm just going to do a little bit of grass, and to make the little frills, again, I did my snip soup. Just did little snips along the edge. Snip, 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 snip. And there you have it. All right, now I have my grass. There you go. And then you're going to glue that down to the bottom. And there you have a butterfly and a flower project. Now you have more cupcake liners. You can put more flowers. You could do more butterflies. So I'm going to go ahead and do a green butterfly. I've already cut my little pieces out of my cupcake liner, and I've put it down on my paper here. And then I'm going to take my body, the pieces that I cut apart, so save those because you can always use them, and if you didn't use it already, I'm going to put my body together. Just like that. And then I have another little butterfly. Fun. You could add clouds if you wanted to. If it's a cloudy day, you could add a sunshine. There's all kinds of different things you can add to this. So I did this one with cupcake liners and construction paper, but you could do something very similar with just regular piece of paper. You could draw, do whatever you like. So I hope you have a wonderful May Day, and I hope you're enjoying the spring weather and getting outside and doing something fun. And I will see you later. Bye.